what's up? Joshua here with WastelandTribune.com. As you can see, I pretty much just woke up. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got some bed hair going on. Today I will be reading and reviewing the comics I picked up yesterday, December 7th. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. It's at blackframeglasses.com. Be sure to check out the website, WastelandTribune.com, and follow Wasteland Tribune on Twitter for updates. It's at Wasteland Tribune, no A in waste. Anyway, let me get to this. I'll see you in a moment. To me, it's not a lot of fun reading Superman books. To a point, I am enjoying the current run of Superman. What I'm really enjoying, though, is the Action Comics run. Action Comics takes place well before the current Superman run. So Superman isn't as Superman-y as you know he will obviously later become. Issue number 4, really good. Superman's facing off against a couple different baddies in this one. One of which is John Corbin, Lois's ex. You do find out some interesting facts about Corbin. He's allergic to Spam. His favorite band's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the end of Pinocchio makes him cry. One really cool thing about this book is it does feature the debut of Steel, and also has a very nice backup story for Steel. I definitely recommend checking out this one. I'm going to give this one a strong B+. If you have not been following the Action Comics run, I suggest picking up issues 1 through 4. Alright, so I can easily say that Animal Man is my #1 book out of the New 52. I've loved every issue, and with every issue I feel that the comic gets better and better. Really enjoy the story. With issue number 4, you finally get to see the extent of his daughter's power. Maxine, who once her power was first revealed, I felt would be more powerful than her father, and that turns out to be the case. Of course, with anyone learning, their powers for the first time, she's got to learn to control them. You do get to see conflict from the family side. There's starting to become a rift within the family because of what's going on in the book. This is only the second one I've read out of this week's stack. I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably going to be my favorite out of this week, because the Animal Man books have been my favorite every time I've picked them up. Animal Man issue number 4 gets an A+. I recommend checking this out. Pick up the first 3. I have no doubt anyone out there will love them. So definitely check them out. Alright, so out of all the current Bat books, Batwoman is by far my favorite out of all of them. I love the writing, I love the artwork, but an extremely close second would be Detective Comics. I love the gritty nature of Detective Comics. For the past few issues, Batman has been bested mentally and physically. Finally, in issue number 4, Batman finally gets the upper hand. You get to see a brief moment of Commissioner Gordon still being a badass old dude. Now, which you'll find out in the book, he's minus an organ. Not that big a deal. I strongly recommend Detective Comics, the entire run of it. This particular issue, I'm going to give a very strong A-. I would love to give it a solid A. Next book is not a DC release, it's actually an Image release, but recently I've really gotten into the hack slash comic book, and it's hack slash annual number 3. I got into the book by reading the first omnibus for Hack Slash. In the third annual edition of Hack Slash, they take on Victor Crowley from the 2007 movie Hatchet. Very well written. I really enjoy how they bring these mainstay horror villains into the book. And this one particularly, it was a previous victim of Crowley who brings Crowley to exact vengeance. Very well written. I love the artwork. Hack Slash is quickly becoming one of my favorite comic series running. I did pick up issue 10 of the ongoing series. I have not read it yet. I need to make it through a few of the other ones, or I would have posted a review for that as well. But I really enjoy the series. Hack Slash Annual. This is a must buy for any horror fan or comic book fan. It's a phenomenal book. I'm going to give this one an A. Definitely check it out. If you're not familiar with the series, pick it up, give it a read. I definitely recommend picking this one up, though. Great read. Initially, I wasn't sure what to expect when I started reading Hawk and Dove. I've got to say that I've really enjoyed the first 4 issues. I just finished reading issue number 4. It's a book that I've yet to find anything that I really don't like about it. The pacing is pretty quick. It's full of action. It's got a really good story. I really love the artwork. So far, it's been one of those books where every issue, it leaves you wanting to read the next issue immediately. Which there have been a handful of the New 52 that have been like that. It's also one of those books that continues to get better as it goes on. Like, I find myself more and more interested in the book and the characters. I'm going to give Hawk and Dove issue number 4 an A-. I strongly suggest, if you have not been following the series, do so. With the New 52 relaunch, the female characters in the DC books seem to be stronger. One of those characters is, of course, Huntress. Now, Huntress is a 6-issue run. I've really been enjoying this. The first 2 issues were really good. The third one's really good. The third one is more action-oriented. The story progression isn't really as strong as it has been in the first 2. With that being said, I really enjoyed this book still. Unfortunately, it kind of dipped from the first 2. With that being said, I'm going to give Huntress issue 3 a B+. As it stands currently, Justice League International is my least favorite of the Justice League books, but at the same time, it's the one that entertains me the most. That's in large part because of Booster Gold. Justice League International 4 continues the story, obviously. It does have a nice, cliffhanger ending to it. But honestly, Justice League International, it's not as good as Justice League or my current favorite out of the Justice League stories, Justice League Dark. Nothing, really too impressive about the book. The team is finally starting to come together as a team, or at least act like a team in some respects. Justice League International gets a B, but with that grade being given, I am looking forward to the next issue to see how this storyline plays out. Alright, change in scenery. My trig class begins in about 35 minutes. Anyway, Just finished Penguin, Pain and Prejudice #3. I really, really, really wish that this was an ongoing series. It's just a 5-issue miniseries. Amazingly done. The story is super dark. The artwork is amazing. Strongly suggest picking up this miniseries. I don't care if you pick it up in book form or in trade form. Do whatever. Just definitely read it. I always thought that the Penguin was, kind of like a ridiculous villain. This book makes the Penguin out to be as hardcore, if not a little bit more than the Joker. Grade for this one, I'm giving an A+. Amazing. Alright, so I'm out of school. Just finished reading Red Lanterns. Really enjoying the Red Lantern series. As far as the Lantern series go, I'd have to say Green is my #1, followed by Red, followed by New Guardians, and then I believe I'm done with the Green Lantern Corps. #4 gives you some more backstory into some of the other Red Lanterns. You can tell that there's a conflict, a fairly large conflict brewing. We're about to possibly get some more, or some new Red Lanterns. Hopefully Raymond, the dude whose granddad got killed way back in issue 1, hopefully he becomes one of them soon. He is featured again in this one. Overall, I'm going to say Red Lantern gets a B. It's a great read. I suggest picking it up. Nowhere near the strongest out of this week's batch, though. Alright, so I really wish I would have started following Swamp Thing from the first week it released. Honestly, I did not get issue #1 until issue 3 was out, so I jumped in kind of late. Absolutely love the series. Swamp Thing #4 continues the trend of great writing, great artwork. One thing I really like about this book is it's more of a personal story than any of the other books. The characters, they seem more realistic. They're very easy to relate to. In issue #4, the story continues to get a little bit darker. One thing that I'm really looking forward to is an Animal Man and Swamp Thing crossover. Both books are fantastic. They're both easily in my top 5 out of the New 52. Obviously, be a fairly easy crossover to pull off. And with the writing and the artwork and the storytelling and the personal aspect of both books being done so tremendously well, I think it'd be fantastic. I would definitely pick up any crossovers that happen between the two. With that being said, Swamp Thing easily gets an A+. Easily. If you're not following Swamp Thing, you are wrong. You need to go out, pick up the first 4 issues, and catch up. This is Joseph Brown.
What's up?
This is Joseph Brown doing homework.
Unlike Josh.
Look at him. Look at the way he uses that calculator. Look at how long his fingernails are.
Is this entertaining?
Yes.